imagine someone near and dear to you is sprawled out on the floor, tugging on their heart, and not moving and not breathing and is unconscious. They are having a cardiac arrest right now. What are a few questions you would ask yourself before performing CPR? What is the rate of chest compressions to be performed? This answer is 100 to 120 beats per minute. What is the depth of CPR to be performed? This is 2 inches. And these were 2 of the many questions we asked our ASHA workers in India, which they left unanswered, which shows us the currently unaware community we live in. My project is called Surya Nayak, and it's a project which derives its name from Sanskrit roots, where Surya Nayak means heroes of the golden minutes, which is basically because we empower people through CPR training to save lives during a cardiac arrest in the golden minutes, or the window of opportunity to save lives. So that's why we're going to be tackling the lack of awareness and confidence of individuals through basic first aid training or CPR training, which can be the determinant of a victim's life during a victim's golden minutes. So why am I tackling this problem out of every other problem there is? This is because the predominance of cardiac arrests. 17 million deaths occur each year, and cardiac arrests account for 25% of them. And 85% of cardiac arrests occur outside hospitals. And the importance of golden minutes. 9 out of 10 lives can be saved through CPR during these golden minutes. And if there are first responders who are trained nearby, they can save these lives. And the current awareness in rural India. 98% of Indians are not trained in CPR. A lot of us in this room might not even know or be fully trained on CPR. And it shows us the current awareness of our community. And why am I training ASHA workers? So what are ASHA workers? ASHA workers are accredited social health activists who are deployed by the Indian government, who specialize in pregnancy-related issues and infant care. And they are not trained on CPR, and they're in rural areas, and they're very well knit within the communities. And there is 1 ASHA worker per 1,000 people in India, in the communities and the villages. And this shows us how teaching this substantial population would help to transfer the message and awareness across to several more people. So how do I plan to do this? So my phase 1 was research and information. So I have accomplished all of these 6 phases successfully up until now. So for research and information, I reached out to the Emergency Medical Services of India myself, and I got first-hand data and got to know 77.1 thousand calls are made to report cardiac arrest. My phase 2 was baseline first aid awareness, or basically I visited Kolar, where I'm piloting out my project, and I talked to them and I got to know what they currently know through a questionnaire. And I also reviewed their training material and got to know that CPR has not been taught to them. My phase 3 was partnerships, where I made a medical advisory board, and I reached out to the DM and the CFO of Kolar, and I collaborated with Arogya Soda, which is already an existing scheme. Then my phase 4 was training myself. So I took 4 hours of training with the Arogya Soda program, which basically trains doctors and nurses on CPR, but not ASHA workers. So we finalized a syllabus which we taught the ASHA workers, and I held a fundraiser. These are a few pictures. So what has been done? So we had a training session in the first week of September, where we trained 50 ASHA workers on CPR, and we held a fundraiser where we raised $2,500, which is for the mannequins for the CPR, and it's for training equipment for future programs. So my vision is to have more training sessions and to train selected groups of ASHA workers to become master trainers, so that these master trainers can train people within their community, and there can be a dominoes effect as more people get trained on CPR, and expanding outreach to high school students, because currently no high schools in India are teaching their students CPR, and maybe creating an app and website with additional resources and recordings of CPR training. So overall, Surya Nayak is a feasible and practical project which hasn't been implemented up until now, and it's a project which is more of an active citizenship program, more so than any health training program, because everybody should know how to save a life. So this is the link to our YouTube channel and our fundraiser link. Thanks a lot.